Basically just a bunch of men who go out of the country to find women who are submissive. Which A, is pathetic, and B, creepy.
What's going on, Passport family? Welcome back to another episode of Men on the Move. Guys, before we get started, go ahead and like and subscribe. That's really going to help me out and get me to a broad audience. Now, guys, without further ado, let's get into this video. Passport bros are pathetic.
These women will do everything in their power to not take responsibility.
Funny enough, it seems as though he's doing everything in his power to avoid a barber shop, but let's get into this video. If you haven't seen the stitch already, I would go watch that first and come back here. Disclaimer, if you don't do any things that I mentioned in this video, then I'm not talking to you. With that being said, let's get into it. Pretty much, if you haven't heard about it already, there is a thing called passport bros, which are grown men with passports. Not too sure why that's such a big deal. You're an adult. Then again, the bar is in hell at this point. Like, imagine thinking you are a man of means and status simply for having a passport. Something a child can also obtain. Moving along. It's basically just a bunch of men who go out of the country to find women who are submissive. Which A, is pathetic, and B, creepy. Now,
so it's pathetic to you that men go outside of the country in search of traditional women that can potentially be their wives. But is it not equally as pathetic to you that women go outside of the country and sell their bodies to countries like Dubai? Is that not pathetic to you? Also, Passport family, notice that she put at the top, at the beginning of the screen, that men are going outside of the country taking flights like Spirit, right? Modern women are so materialistic, man, and this is why they have that debt problem. That's why they have so much debt in America. What is the issue with a man flying Spirit? Spirit is an airline. If he decides he wanted to save money, it'll be cost effective for him to take Spirit instead of taking another airline like Delta. Why not do that? What is the issue?
Now, not gonna lie, I didn't watch this entire video. It seemed to be a waste of my time. But from what I got out of it, he says that women need to look inward because we are definitely the problem. And we are so bad that men are having to outsource and go out of the country to find women who need them. Because let's be real, that's what it all comes down to. Let's debunk everything one by one. This is all because these men want traditional women. Women who cook, clean, and take care of children, right? You are quite literally lying if you say that you don't know any women in the United States who will do that. I know plenty of women who are willing to do that. However, they are only willing to do that for a man who is worthy, which a lot of you are not.
Let's talk about that. Women like that, yes, they're only willing to do that in America for men that are worthy. What qualifies a man to be worthy of that? Usually, it's the man that is 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6-pack. And a lot of the time, he has to have some type of status that comes along with that. It's not just gonna be your average run-of-the-mill, I make 100 grand, 6 feet tall kind of guy. It's not gonna be that guy. A lot of these women are looking for the more rapper type, baller type, types of guys. They want that lifestyle, and that's the problem. That is the problem where guys are trying to get away from that type of materialistic, twisted mindset that American women have.
American men have gotten to a point of such delusion that it's not even funny. If women were the problem, statistics would not say that you guys are becoming more and more lonely. It would be women, right? I don't know. I'm not hearing women get on podcasts talking about what are men going to do if they don't need us. Like, I don't hear women telling men that their standards are too high. In other words, basically trying to convince us that we need them. When the fact of the matter is we do not, and that's why you're mad. Isn't it funny how like the same breed of men who tell women all the time that they're gonna end up lonely find themselves going out of the country to get vulnerable women that they can control? And just a side note to that, for one to want a traditional woman.
Guys, pay attention to the name calling. First, she started off with women outside of the country, they need us. Then now she come back to vulnerable women. Now she's saying that we can control those women. Notice the name calling that American woman does to a foreign woman. See, Passport family, and this is why a lot of Filipinos are clapping back because of ignorant statements like this.
Ask yourself, are you a traditional man? Because this is what American women have to deal with. Men who are arguing online 24/7 about whether or not they should pay for the first date. Men who think that paying for Chick-fil-A means that you have to sleep with them. Men who will die before they open a door for you. Y'all cannot even spell the word chivalry.
First of all, man, stop the cap. No man is arguing whether they should pay on a first date or not. Most men, 98 to 99% of men, understand that they're going to have to pay on a first date. That is complete BS. And second of all, yes, men are trying to get something out of a date when they decide they're going to take a woman on a date. What's happening is so many of these women are deciding they're going to accept the man's advances, go on a dinner date with him, and he gets nothing back in return. If you haven't heard, it's called foodie call. And it's happening rampantly in the United States. One lady went, I think she said 2 years without buying groceries, just eating off the dime of men. You don't think that's messed up? You don't think men should get something out of a date? You don't think we get tired of being looked at as foodie calls? You're delusional. And of course, chivalry is dead because you guys killed it. I mean, you can go out on a date in America and a woman will get upset with you for opening the door for him. Why would I do it? Why would I do that again? Delusional, passport family.
And on top of that, you cannot grasp the concept before you. If you want a woman who is going to submit to you, cook, clean, have your children, basic adult tasks, instead of asking her what she brings to the table, ask yourself, can I provide a home for this woman to have children in and cook and clean? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Y'all are worried about the wrong things. Because I tell you this, a 50-year-old woman who is single and alone with 50 cats is more happier than this man right here, sitting in his hot car, no haircut, whining about women not wanting men. We're gonna go ahead and move into part 2. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'll like and share for more. Any other topics, you guys can leave it in the Q&A box. Bye.
It's really at the point now where I think a lot of women are just talking about passport bros because we're trending. It's not because they have anything of substance to say about the passport bros community. I just think they're upset at what we're doing because it puts them in the fact that they're not being chosen anymore. They're not being chosen. Guys are not trying to talk to them. Guys are really not approaching them as much as they used to anymore. So now you have the passport bros, which are showing men that they have other options outside of the country, that they don't have to deal with the twisted behavior of the American woman. And I'm here to highlight all of these negative things that American women to show Western men that getting out the country could be a valuable option for you to not have to deal with this. You know, not have to deal with the foodie calls, to not have to deal with the 1,000 baby mamas, to not have to deal with the no sex when you get married to these women, to not have to deal with a woman when you come home from work after working a 12-hour shift that she's not going to cook. She don't have food ready for you and have no intentions of ever doing anything like that. Women that don't even know how to be nice to you. You feel me? But passport family, let's read some of these comments, man. She says, it's a fact that these men barely make 4 figures a month. I'm a hush now. And you have a woman that commented back to that and she said, yeah, they want a woman to submit to them for $40,000 salary. Now, passport family, $40,000 outside of the country. Do you imagine what you can do with that in places like Brazil? Can you imagine what you can do with that in places like Colombia, Philippines, Thailand? Even in a country like Dominican Republic, $40,000 is still a decent salary. You see, passport family, like I said, these women are so materialistic. So materialistic. It doesn't matter if you can provide a home or not. She talked about worry about whether you can provide a home. It doesn't matter if you can provide that or not, passport family. It's the level of home. It's the level of the home that you can buy. They want the lifestyle that they see on TV. They want the lifestyle that they see on Instagram. That is what they want. They don't care about if you can provide a home. If you buy a basic 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom home, do you think they're going to be happy and content with that? Hell no. Hell no, passport family. Another woman says, they also only go to countries where the small amount of money goes a long way. I never hear them go to Dubai for their supposed traditional women. I don't know much about Dubai outside of the fact that women go there to sell their bodies. It's just not an interesting country to me. Now, I will say this. Why would a passport bro, or a man in general, go to a country where his money wouldn't stretch? It's not smart, man. Why would we? See, that is the problem. It goes back to that materialistic thing. Everything has to be high class. men really don't have to live that type of lifestyle. And that is why we don't have that debt problem that American women have today in the United States, because we're more frugal. We understand how to budget our money better. Let's get to the next comment. They want traditional women, but they still want us to go half and half on rent. Not even the mortgage, rent. So now I gotta work and do everything else. Passport family, understand this. In the United States, things are very, very expensive. The cost of living is very high. And so, of course, a lot of men, especially average men, are asking that women do something in the household, contribute to the bills in the household. I don't recommend that lifestyle of living, but I understand why men do it. How is it that you can have men that come from outside of this country, them and their family can be cutting grass, his wife with him. After a hard day of cutting grass, she will still come home and cook him a nice home cooked meal. Why is it that American women can't do the same? See, Passport family, enough is enough. I am a huge believer in the yes, you're on this rule. Put your head down and work. Put your head down and work, Passport family. When you are in the United States, you are on the clock. You're constantly working. If you got to get a weekend job, get a weekend job. Work 12 hours a day, every day. And if you are taking some time off, man, use that time to work on yourself. Your passport is the shield against the twisted behavior of the American woman. So do yourself a favor. Learn a new language, get your passport, and experience a new culture.
Lame. If it's something that you love and you feel passionate about, chase that by any means necessary. I was told I was lame to be a barber, I'd be stuck in my hometown, but God gave me the vision to see that I could be where I am.